So we are in Luke chapter 4 and reading from verse 31. Jesus drives out an evil spirit. Then he went down to Capernaum, a town in Galilee, and on the Sabbath began to teach the people. They were amazed at his teaching because his message had authority. In the synagogue there was a man possessed by a demon, an evil spirit. He cried out at the top of his voice, "Ha! What do you want with us, Jesus of Nazareth? Have you come to destroy us? I know who you are, the Holy One of God." "Be quiet," Jesus said sternly. "Come out of him." Then the demon threw the man down before them all and came out without injuring him. All the people were amazed and said to each other, "What is this teaching? With authority and power he gives orders to evil spirits and they come out." And the news about him spread throughout the surrounding area. So this is a great story of Jesus' power. I don't know that there's going to be too much to say about it. The thing that jumps to mind immediately is the fact of the authority that Jesus carried. They were amazed at his teaching because his message had authority. And maybe there's that beautiful juxtaposition there. So it's a story about Jesus kicking out a demon, but the authority is actually mentioned in his teaching. And I think that is actually just the point I want to focus on today, that Jesus had authority in the teaching and then his lived out experience just backed that up. So it's like when the four friends lower the one friend through the roof and Jesus says, "Your sins are forgiven." And they're like, "How can you forgive sins?" And he's like, "Okay, be healed." Let me show you. And so that's the same thing. Like Jesus preached with authority. He knew the message. He wasn't trying to convince people. You see, Jesus allowed people to walk away and not get the message. Like Jesus wasn't doing it for himself. He didn't need self-valuation. I need people to believe that I am who I am in the message. It's like he knew who he was. He had a message, he had authority, he preached it, and then he lived it out. He backed it up with the way that he lived. And if the church in 2019, or whenever you're watching this, needs any kind of message, maybe this is a message we could just put on repeat, like live out what you say you believe. Because there's too much of that not happening. People that go to church on a Sunday and live counterproductively to that the rest of the week. So as you're watching this, ask yourself, how am I doing that? Am I living out in my business dealings, in the way that I deal with my money, in the way that I treat people of other races, in the way that I treat people of other religions, in the way I treat my parents, in the way I treat homeless people with nothing? Is that a reflection of my faith and followingness of Jesus? Is that a reflection of love God with all your heart, soul, strength, and mind, and love your neighbor as yourself? Or is that just a message that I preach and there's no authority because there's a lack of kind of lived out experience following it up? So that's a good one for us to hold on to every day as we wake up. Am I going to live out today what I say I believe?